Hello. Today I'm going to talk about the Van Allen belt or the photon belt. And what is that? Well, that is basically potentially a planet that was at one time, but I don't know that for sure. But what we are going through is a debris field, and the debris field started at approximately 2019 in a heavy way and will more or less conclude in 2021. And of course, we're not hearing much about it in the news. Occasionally you'll hear 2020 asteroid. You'll hear them named, and they are generally named. If you hear that it's named 20, then it's probably named after being located in this year, or projected to be close to us in this year. So there's all kinds of things going on, and because our news is just so messed up, and there's so many basic things going on, it's really difficult to know for sure, about these things. But my hunch is that right now, that this is a known, what's coming is known to us. We know, somebody knows. And I think that is why our government, why things are so not really in control, because really they're not in control, so they can't possibly demonstrate to us a level of control. But anyway, what I want to ask, and enough of my soapbox, is the Van Allen belt or the photon belt really, is it the Great Awakening? Is it a broken up planet? I just have a few questions about it, because I think it has something to do with what we're calling the Grand Rising, the Feminine Awakening. I think it has something to do with it. It started heavily in 2019. It is going to continue through to 2021. So we still have quite a ways to go. We're only halfway through the Van Allen belt right now. So at any rate, I'm going to choose 14 cards. I'll bring the laptop down so you can watch me choose my 14 cards. I have the cards all spread out. And I've just found that I just like this method because I pick the card, I just feel good about it. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And I'm using the Wild Unknown deck. I will be doing a Celtic Cross with a few extra cards, mainly because I just find I understand it better when I give myself a little bit more room. Now, one of the things at the bottom of the pack is a 9 of Wands. We are in a completion cycle. We're in divine discontent, and we're walking the long road right now. So, and our question is about the Van Allen belt. What is this Van Allen belt? Spirit, can you please help us understand what's going on? And we'll just start out with what is the Van Allen belt, and we'll just kind of open up from there and see where this takes us. Well, it starts out the Magician. That is interesting. There is something about this Van Allen belt that is meant to make some changes to us. Is the Magician due to the fact that it's the divine feminine, the Great Awakening? What is it? Well, it does look to me, in some ways, we're kind of going to feel like prey, because that's a predator. Now, I realize that's not necessarily the way you read the Magician card, but to me, at this time, given everything that we're experiencing, and not to mention in the background, it's almost like this here represents just that, the eye of the needle and what we're going through, right? So, we start out with the Magician, and what he is crossed by is Father of Cups. Something lovingly is trying to keep its hand on us to protect us. I believe that. We right now are in such a state, and a black swan crossing a magician right now. It does sort of make sense that we're in a black swan moment. That for those of us who are caught in this is, I know I'm sure trying to stay in the light and in the love, and not reduce myself to some ugly place, because that's really not going to help the situation. Nobody needs my soapbox. So here we go. The judgment card. This has already been passed upon us. This is in a past position, and as you can see, birds falling from the sky. Now that's an interesting card in that birds have been falling from the sky dead. So I would like some clarification. Is the photon belt causing the birds to fall from the sky? Is this just an additional piece of information Spirit decided to share with us, that in this judgment that not only are we judged, but birds are falling from the sky? I mean, this is a very serious. I actually had thought about doing a reading on that very issue, but because I'm not a scientist, and I'm not trying to spread information around that is disregarding to the truth, and I think we unfortunately have way too much of that right now. So I'm not going to do it. But here we go. We got the Hierophant, and basically, we've got judgment, we've got the government, we have the games getting played, the magician, and we're not really being told what we need to know about our situation from our government. But now this is in a past position, and this almost tells me that something is about to start to break. And this is recent past, as if something here, the key to this is about to be brought to our attention. Now, then we get the Wheel of Fortune, our karmic responsibility to this planet, and to the universe itself. Yes, we are going through a really chaotic process, and it is part of the photon belt. And as you see up in this corner, we have a wise owl, and we have a slip of a moon. That this, and owls are bad news often. In certain cultures, it's considered an omen, and karmically, we are in this situation. It is complete chaos, and yes, this Van Allen belt has something to do with this chaos that we are in. In our near future, we get Daughter of Wands. Basically, something is developing. It has been developing in terms of the photon belt, and they're now, instead of it being kind of something out there that we're really not talking about, we don't know about, I'm thinking that maybe we're going to find out about it in more direct ways, because, well, there are some things that are happening as a result of that. It's starting to affect our gravity. It could impact the tectonic plates. There's all kinds of possibilities. Now, will they happen? Who knows? But this is saying that there is something there changing, and we are going to be aware of it. Okay, and basically, why is this occurring? Well, there you go. The devil's in the details. Let me back that up a little bit. The devil's in the details, and his feet are on fire. I have a theory that perhaps what happens, and we are getting an awful lot of major arcana here. I'm wondering if what happens is that we go 12,500 years, and we need to be reset because our feet are on fire, because our hair's on fire, our brains are on fire. We just get out of control. I mean, is there just a natural reset date for us? And is that what's occurring? I do find, that we've got the devil in a natural sense, that, his feet are on fire. That's interesting. Okay, let's keep going. And then some more arcana. You saw me pick these cards. I can't make this stuff up, the sun. Things are about to be illuminated. We are about to find out what the heck is going on. This is not going to be the Van Allen belt or the photon. And I think what this is, this to me represents that great awakening. It's about to cause awareness to go off the Richter scale. And if you wonder why we're having all this madness right now, well, it's largely to keep us off balance so that as this plays out, that we are kind of, sidelined. We're not a problem because, well, we're too distracted. And the sun's saying, no, I'm not going to keep this distraction up. I'm going to illuminate everything. Don't mess with Mother Earth because she's got some power and you have nothing to offer her in that sense other than your kindness and love. I mean, don't play with Mother Earth. And in our hopes and fears position, here we have, it's a lot of hard work, a 7 of Pentacles, a lot of the earth work and our hopes and fears. And it is a battle right now. Sevens are almost always going to represent a kind of a battle and this is a, whether you want to think of it as earning money or a battle to earn money. And I think of it more as a battle to earn money because, I'm over right now in California. My husband's in Medford, and the homelessness between the two locations is thick and horrible. And so, it's disgusting, really. It's disgusting. So basically what we have here is that we are in a battle with the earth itself and the people itself in this great awakening. In the meantime, due to this photon belt is taking place. And again, it's about justice. It's black and white. And again, BLM, Black Lives Matter. Boy, oh boy, this great awakening. What a time. I mean, I'm not going to participate in any kind of protests because it's just not my way. I'm going to meditate and pray. But for those who do go out there and actually participate in the Black Lives Matter, please do take care of yourselves. Be very, very careful. Be very mindful. I am feeling some really rickety stuff coming, and until we have a different situation, you're in danger. And here we go. It's basically, we are at a cross. We are, right now, the negotiation is heated. But this is about the Van Allen belt and things coming in. And, I guess we think we're negotiating with God or the earth or something. I don't know, but we can't, that's not possible. And we get the Mother of Wands. She's jealously guarding her eggs. Mother Earth is jealously guarding her eggs. How does that fit into the photon belt, Spirit? Help me understand how that fits into we have a 4 cups. It's the structure of things. And what I'm being shown is that planet Earth doesn't sit in one place. That it is something that goes through not only a rotational process where we are rotating, but it also goes through a process where it traverses through the sky in its on its trajectory, whatever that might be. And basically, the photon belt is about bringing something new to us. It's about cleaning the decks and bringing on the new. So, my question is, in some ways, do we have an expiration date of 12,500 years? Is that how this is? And additionally, I want to know, the tarot, the cards show the birds falling out of the sky on judgment due to the photon belt. So we're going to clear out the wild unknown. And then we'll put the judgment card off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to shuffle the Pro Tarot and try to get it kind of mixed around. And then I will again select cards. But Spirit, please tell me. I am looking to understand this judgment card with the birds falling out of the sky in relation to the photon belt. Is it related to the photon belt, Spirit? The judgment, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I took 10 cards. Again, I will do a Celtic cross, and I did when I shuffled one pulled out, so I just went ahead and kept it. What it looks like. I don't know how it applies. But we sure had a lot of arcana. That is the most arcana I have ever got in one reading. I think about every other card was, well, maybe more than that even. And at the bottom of the pack on this deck, on the Crow deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, things are sad. I mean, and for the birds, they're sad right now. Okay, so what we are asking, Spirit, is this PhotonBelt, this Van Allen belt judgment, is part of that. Is this causing the birds to fall out of the sky? I mean, because it's probably, and what would be causing the birds to fall out of the sky? Is it radiation? Is it? So we're asking, what is this judgment? And it's going to come out, it's crossed by the Empress. Basically, something new is coming, and that Great Awakening. And I think that's part of it. In the past, it's a Ten of Swords. It's full on judgment on planet Earth, and the birds are paying the price. And I'm almost feeling like, as I think about this, and I'm seeing a layer of something the photon belt is bringing in, that when the birds come in contact with it, it is toxic and causes them immediate death. So that might be why they're dying. But of course, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not. This is for entertainment purposes only. It is my good guess, not science, and I want to make that perfectly clear. I believe that science is the ultimate answer. But we have a King of Cups, this loving energy, this steady, kind, energetic body in the recent past, and basically we have an Ace of Cups. Something new is coming again. That dripping with, that collective consciousness is coming. I mean, this is what's happening, and the birds are a part of that. The birds, all life is a part of this collective consciousness change. And in the near future, it is going to become more embattled for the birds. The birds are going to be deeply embattled. The air is going to harm them, basically. This is the way this is looking to me, and I can see that it's becoming ever more chaotic out there, that the birds that are in the sky are in danger. And to exercise at the heart of it, our temperance, our giving and our receiving. This is going to be scary. It's going to be frightening to all of us, I think. I think that birds falling out of the sky dead, us not knowing where we're at, it is all very scary. Yes, information in that sense is coming. And notice the hard-shelled crab, like that information that's been withheld from you for all this time, for time immemorial. I think that's about to change. Something is about to crack open, okay? And we have the King of Pentacles. Something is about to affect our financial system as well. It's almost as if Mother Earth is saying, no, I do this every 12,500 years. I'm in my space. I'm in my time. I'm right where I belong. I'm doing exactly what I do. And there are consequences for this place and time I'm in. And what happens in this place of the photon belt for Mother Earth and these birds and life itself is she starts to function in strength. And so is this housekeeping about the excuse me, I got something on my screen and I don't know if you guys can see. I doubt you can, but I don't know. Anyway, it's about strength. In the end, it's about where we are in the actual universe, and this is how the earth itself renews itself. So this is part of a cycle of time, and it is crossed with a Two of Swords. like a negotiation with its inhabitants. And it's almost as if she's saying, are you ready to go past that 12,500 year point? Or do we need to clean it up and start anew? And, I realize that, there's a lot of people that goes, wait a minute, 12,500 years, this planet's 5,000 years old, or, so we've been told, I don't think that's true. I think we probably don't know the story exactly. I think the story is kind of rather a lie. And, and because it's not really the truth, right now we're in a state of confusion over the lies. So, the Van Allen belt, what is it? Well, I think that what it is it as we journey through the cosmic universe, we don't stay in the same place, but we do have a cycle, and I think that that's what the Aztec. I want to. I don't think that's right, but the calendars over the Inca calendars. I know I'm getting this wrong. Anyway, the calendars. Um, we were all thinking roughly 2012 that we were kind of that was going to maybe be the end of how things really play out. So I don't think so. I think that right now we're in the 12,500 year range, and that means something, and it is causing us to have some really wild experiences. And with that, I conclude. I would ask you to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join me on www.twiggy.com, TWIGGIE. And I thank you for joining here today. Thank you.